All right, I'm getting ready to make the cover for this little album. This is the 25 Days of Christmas, or 25 days of, December, if you keep a December daily. So I'm just joining 3 pieces together. I'm just going to do it with glue so that we'll have enough length to cover our chipboard. I apologize if this is a squirrely and mishmash of a video, but my girls have been here for vacation. It was so good to have the family together. Oh my gosh. If only my sons had been here too. Turn this over, make sure I'm getting it kind of straight. It doesn't really matter. We're going to have extra, but yeah, so that was a lot of fun. But they're back home now, so back to regular time to be crafting in a quiet house. Okay, my chipboards are 9 by 6. So actually, if you have a 12 by 12 pieces chipboard, you can get all of this out of it. These are 9 inches high, 6 inches in width, and my spine is 2.5 by 9. All right, let's do it. I think I'm going to try glue because it'll be faster, and we'll have to cut some away. You would think I would go down to the end, but I want these 2 seams to be, well, let's see. If we went to the end, that would be in the middle of the spine, which I kind of like. You know what? Look at there. That's not quite enough. I don't think we could have got it out of 2 pieces. Could we have gotten it? You wouldn't really have quite enough to... Let's just glue it down and see. I put on the fine metal tip. I just had it with the glue. I wanted to embrace it and I tried very hard, but the mess just, made me look like a bad crafter. So, and it sure did come out nice, and it never did clog. And I've already had a couple clogs with this. So, but anyway, I'm just going to put this. Are we in frame? Probably not. Let's slide this down. I want to leave myself an inch here, at least an inch, to fold over. So we'll see how this goes. And if we can get by with just 2 pieces of paper, then you'll save a piece. I'll just trim it off. All right, so that is down good. My desk is so messy. I feel like there's just mess everywhere. But I finally did finish putting all the pages together. They're all done. So put your middle down. I usually start with the middle, but I wanted to get as much as I could out of this paper. So just eyeball it in, come in from a slant. And since we're with glue, you have a little bit more time. So that's kind of nice. And just lay it down, leaving 1/8 to 1/4. Try to get it straight. Okay. And then here's our last piece. This took me more time than it should have, but I did take off time to enjoy my family, and I knew that when I signed up for the swap. So, I like to work with fire under my feet. I do better. So, we're down to the end, but I'll get it done. Alrighty, so I'm just going to trim this off right after here. So you'd need a little bit of this paper, but how about that? Saved a good hunk of scrap. Alright, so my regular schmo is to bend it. This is just, I just find it gets the process going for me. So bend it that way. Bend it that way. Bend it that way. Okay, and then my tool. I've never had a seam right here. That's kind of interesting. I think it'll be fine. Okay. Just all this pre-folding just helps your cover do nicely. And this is always 65 pounds cardstock. I never do this with 110. It's just too thick and it doesn't have enough give, and it's much more likely to crack on you. I'm doing this one quicker than I usually do. I usually just take my time and go smooth, and I don't know what my hurry is other than I just want to be done with this project. Set my glue there. Probably should have a pin in it. Trim your corners, again leaving whatever, 1/8. We'll fold it in and it'll be fine. It's thick right there with that 2 layers. Okay, now I like to use score tape and glue. So let me put tape all around the edges, because again, this is watching me find the corners, which is a struggle with the way my brain works. Because when you do this right here, you end up with an edge, right? And this one I've gotten pretty good. I know that one goes right there, but then it becomes a game that I don't even enjoy myself. So I will put this in fast forward and come back when the glue is down. Okay, the tape is all on. I'm burnishing it really well. I put 2 strips around most of the sides. This side's a little shorter, so I didn't, but it will be okay. Alrighty, so let's just take the tape off. Start with the long ends first. Just peel them off. Glue, please don't have clogged on me. Come into your, I like to put the bead of glue right by the edge of the chipboard. I just find I haven't had any cracking in a long time, and so yeah, I like that and I stand by it. Okay, so I turn it to the side. Use this tool. I'll link this down below. I just love it. I got it off of Amazon. Okay, that's a lot of glue, but that's a good thing. I don't mind. So I'm back to slow and easy, which is good. Okay, just bend it forward, starting in the middle, and work your hand out towards the end. Okay. Okay. And this side, take the glue off. Glue off. I said glue off. You know what I mean. If I had a nickel for every word I said wrong, wow. Okay, so glue going on the edge. Tape is exposed. See, I got it right. I'm going to put some glue in here where there wasn't the extra tape. Okay. Bring my little tool in. Go down the side. Okay. To the middle. And then out to both ends. And I need a Kleenex. Lots of glue coming out down there, but that's okay with me. Okay, now those are down well. So now we need to push in our corners, like I can say that. You just push it in, try to make it nice and flat. That's going to fold over just nice, see? Take these off. Same method with the glue. And just push down. Okay, do the same thing on this end. Push in your corners. I even made mine a little bigger this time that you can see. You can flatten that out. All right? And it will still work just fine. Okay, take off the tapes. Got it right that time. Come on. Alrighty, and since this one doesn't have tape all the way at the top, I will put a little bit of glue there, and of course my glue on the edge. Okay, and just let me turn it if I can find the edge of it. Do this number, push it up against the chipboard, and just push it down with your hands. Oh, that seam does feel funny right there, but you know what? When we cover this, we'll cover the seam. You'll never know. Kind of like that. So just burnish it down well. Then come back with your scoring tool. Here's mine. You can see where your bending place is. Just go lightly. Just go lightly. Those are already moved from where we, when we were bending down, sometimes they get bent. My ruler is somewhere under this mess. Okay, we're gonna go without. Okay, and all right, so there we go. This is gonna be a cute, I like the size a lot. All right, let's do the hinge and put the pages in. Okay, let's make a hinge for our book. And the way I determine my hinge height is based upon my pages. My pages are 8.5. If we left this is going to be the hinge paper. If we left it this width, we'd never get our pages on it, right? You have to make it shorter. So I'm going to cut mine down by 1/2 inch. I'm just going to cut it to 8. I think that will give us 1/4 inch on either end, and I think that'll be fine. Okay, so that's how you determine that. Now we can see, let's pull in a page, just show you. Pretend that that was your hinge. You'd get that in there easily, see? Okay, so let's do this. All right, hinges are easy. I promise hinges are easy. So we have our page the right height. I don't know about the length yet. I think it's going to work, but because it's only 3 pages. I am going to start right here with 1.5 instead of my usual to save some space. I usually go 2.5. But I think this is going to be fine. So I need a gusset of 1/2 inch. That's just my choice to leave 1/2 inch. Let me just show you. I was going to do this in a separate video, but let me just show you. This is 1/2 inch, okay? This is 1/4 inch width difference. I just think when you have flips and flaps, I don't have that many on this album, but I'm still going to go with 1/2. It's a rare time when I use one this small. I'm going to go with 1/2 inch. This is 1/4, this is 1/2. And I'm just going to do this one again so I can show you how. Okay, so there was hinge 101. Okay, we're starting with 1.5 inches, okay? My first gusset, you always need one before your first page, is 1/2 inch, okay? I want my hinges to be in height that my page is going to go on. I want them to be 1 inch deep. I just think that gives you more space, more security, and it's easy math. So from that 1/2 inch, you need to go 1 inch. We happen to be at 2, we'll go to 3. And you need 2 segments to make 1 hinge. So another inch, and you're at 4, okay? So this is 1 page. So what do we need after a page? A gusset of 1/2 inch. So just keep on moving down the line. Now we need another page. So from where we ended up, we need to go 1 inch away, which is 5.5. Okay? I'm just scoring twice because it's a habit. And then go another inch and you'll be at 6.5. Okay? Now we have 2 pages in here, 1 and 2. We need another 1/2 inch gusset. Okay, you're getting this, I can tell it. Okay, so after that, our third page is 1 inch. We're at 7, we'll go to 8 and 9. And I'm not going to score my last gusset because I don't see the purpose now that I've been making albums for a little while. And I think we're going to be just fine. Let's fold it up. Okay, turn it to the side. You've got your first 1/2 inch and followed by your 2 inch segments. Also, there's a big difference between a 1/2 inch and your 2 inch places. So it's easy to see where you have to fold, right? So fold between the 2 1 inch segments. Got a nice tall hinge. I like that a lot. fold it both directions. Okay, then skip your gusset and fold your next one. Fold it both directions. There's two. We need our last one is right here. Down and that way. Okay, so there's 3 hinges right there. Let's turn it over and glue together our mountains. Okay, I'm going to use whatever this is. I think it's 3/8, but I don't know. But I'm just going to put tape down. I may put a little glue in there too, since my tape is kind of short. Where's my... But let's just put our tape down. You just want it on one side of your mountain. Doesn't matter which. Just no tape on the gusset. Okay, and then here's our last one. Okay. All right, let's take... I always like to start at the top and build towards me. I'm going to put glue in here where there's not any tape. And then all you do is just lift it up. It's already pre-folded, right? Right there. And you just lay it down. It just knows where to go. It's a beautiful thing. I love building hinges. Okay, next one. Let's take off the tape. Again, we're building towards me or working towards me. Tape goes, or glue goes, just because there's no tape there, I guess. And again, just fold it forward. I'm going to go that in slow motion. See how it just lays up and folds in? It's really fun, I think. Okay, our last one. Tape off, glue on. Okay, and since I want to fold this forward, but since we've been going this way, I'm going to still come this way. See how it just comes in? Let me do it this way so you can see it. It just, well, no, I'm going to turn the film around. I'm messing up. If you just fold it in, it just knows where to go. It's just that easy. Okay, so just burnish it well, turn it over, open her up, push down inside. You can hear it creaking, that's the glue drying. And there is our hinge for our book. I like it. Let's put it in the book. Here's our book. I have things falling all over. Okay, it wants to fall out. All right, the secret here is getting these hinges in the middle of these 2 lines. Okay, and you see we have plenty of room top to bottom, right? So you want to get it in the middle, top to bottom, and in the middle of these 2 score lines. See? Just gonna hold that still and hope it focuses. Okay, so I'm going to use score tape because that's just what I'm used to, and I think it holds really well. I've got this massive roll of stuff. Probably take me 2 strips. I love this stuff. I found it on Amazon, and if you'd like, I will link it below. It's not that expensive. Really, it's not, because I think they price up the smaller one, this 3/8, because people use 1/2-inch hinges or 1/2-inch flaps, and you use a lot of 3/8, but not so much of this, so it's not as expensive as you'd think. Look at there, I can get one right down the middle. If I'd have gotten it straight, it would have been nice. Look at that, crooked as a dog's hind leg, but it won't matter. Crooked. So let me pull this up. I'll show you what you do, because this one's already down. Just release the paper and then you're all fine. All right, so let's clean up. And let's put this in here. Okay, I'm gonna sort of guess to where I want it. I always get it too close one side or the other. You could measure, I suppose, if you wanted. I'm just gonna draw me a line right there. I'm tempted to draw one up here. Guess I could erase it. I'm drawing one right there. Okay, there's my lines. Okay, I'm gonna take off the piece of tape over here first. Did I burnish that down? If you burnish it really well, it's very easy to pick it off of there. And it sticks better. There we go. I'm just gonna peel that off, okay? Now, holding this up, this sticky side up, I'm gonna bring this over here and up to my line. And I'm just gonna go with it and lay it down. Okay? Now you can peel it up and take off these tapes, which I don't think I burnished very well. They don't seem to want to come up. There we go, there's one. Hold on to this one. I've had stuff go wrong by dropping it. And just kind of pull it with you and just lay it down. And push in here. And then we'll have to score again. Where's my score tool? Here it is. You want to find that and be more careful this time because it's even easier to bust through because you now have 2 layers of paper. Paper is very thin, so gentle as she goes. And we'll have to do this one more time when I'm way off. Tidy up. Or maybe we won't. Maybe we won't cover this. I do want to cover the hinge edge, but maybe we won't get all the way to the bending point. All right, let's see if I can bend it without rulers. I really like having my rulers in there. They just, I don't know, it's just peace of mind to me. How do we do? Kind of in the middle. Let's check that in. Pretty straight. All right, let's decorate, clean up, and put the pages in. I'll show you the finished product. Go ahead and video this. I'm going to come away from where we just scored. This is just a scrap that's not even straight on this end. This is the first one I was trying to figure out. And I'm just going to lay it in here and I'm just going to mark. And I'm going to mark over there at the bottom. And I'm going to do the same. This is a scrap. I'm just going to pull it in here. Get it kind of straight against that line. Try to get it the same height you did that one. And I will cut those and that will clean up and secure our hinge, which is a nice thing. Alrighty, they are cut. Let's just get the glue rolling and put these in the book. And this will tidy up inside as well as secure the hinge. My glue, see, this is where I went to without the fine metal point. It feel like you got so much space to go and it comes out so slow that it dries before you finish getting all your glue on. What are you, little speck? You can't be in there. I don't know what that is. Okay, so easy as that. And just smooth it down. And there, I like that we avoided the bending line. And it's all clean and nice. So let's see if we can get the glue to come out on this one. Okay, so start with this edge first. Just kind of fell into place. I like that. All right, and just lay it over. Okay. Now it's ready to be matted, and then pick papers. Okay. You gotta love a messy desk, right? Okay, I went to my stash and found some ribbon after I decided on my papers. I'm just gonna cut this in half, roughly. I think the book may need a little bit of help in closing. I don't know, but it's not a bad idea to have it. So I just measured and matted these two pieces. Her favorite color is green, so, but I think I'll use that as the front because that would look really pretty with the gold. There's not as much, there is some gold in that, but I'll use this as the back. Although this is our first page and it's the same paper. No, it's not the same paper. It just looks like the same paper. Because where are these flowers? Huh, okay. Sealed the deal. All right, so let's put on the ribbon first. I'm just going to use my art glitter glue. Put a little bit in the middle. And just put that on. Very messy because it's sheer ribbon. It goes right through. I'm not going to touch it, but I am going to put some tape over it. Just regular old Scotch tape. And that way then I can push on it, right? Tape is cheap. And it works pretty well. Okay, so that will be pretty under here. Right, and these papers will help secure it too. All right, so let's just put that on. It's kind of fun to just do this, not to do it on the album, but to cut my mat. And I went back and did a sizing on it just to make sure it was right. And then found the paper and just did that separately. I think it was a little easier. It's not hard. I mean, it's not easy to work on a, it's easier to work on a flat surface. Let me say that. All right, so just find the middle. That was pretty easy. That looks nice. I'm gonna lay it down and push on it this way. I'm sorry, I need to move my tripod. Things got a little crazy when the girls were here, and I think I moved it, and I need to move it back away from my table. All right, so this is probably a little long. I always just guesstimate. Okay, I have a piece of paper cut for my spine right here. Still has the ivy leaves in it. I loved how it got the Merry Christmas and the Joy of the World right in the middle. So glue on that. I love getting to the finished part of this. Oh, it's exciting to be done with an album. Even though this is a small one, every album takes a lot of time. So I don't know. My swap is probably going to be album rich because it's kind of what I do. But it's all good. Okay, so just do your best. It's hard to do not hard, awkward. We'll go with awkward. And just push it down. All right, and so now let's put the ribbon on the back. Kind of guesstimate. I'll go with that. Grab my old trusty tape. You could use score tape, but I have found that the tape or the glue doesn't bother the tape. It glues right over top of it. Alrighty, so I think I'm going to put one more just right at the edge. Just want to secure that down. Okay, I think the glitter in this is coming out, and that's what I'm feeling. All right, let's make sure we have it straight up. So we do have writing in there. I didn't really pay attention there. So this has writing in the back too. So let's just put it on there. Then all that we'll have to do is, see, I always tell my husband, I finished. And he's like, you're done? I'm like, well, no, I'm not done. I'm just finished with the next step. Because the next step is to cover the inside. I'm just going to do a simple pocket, I think, on the front. And of course, I want to build a waterfall on the back. So I'll have to decorate those pages first. Or, mat the pages, mat the cover on the inside before I can do anything. But we're done with another step, right? Oh, this is cute. I will find something in my stash or something online. What do I have here? I found all these. I love the reindeer. He doesn't quite fit, but I love him anyway. Totally love the snowman, and he may fit. He's happening. I also have a Santa Claus. I have a Happy Holidays. Maybe I could, it's awfully much the same, but I could put it with some of the burgundy underneath maybe. I don't know, I'll find something. What's this other one? He's kind of cute. This was a Michael's pack from a year or two ago. Just ephemera. So I will find something. And, oh, here's a Merry Christmas. That may be the perfect thing with something else. Okay, getting ahead of my skis. Let's finish the inside. We've got much to do in here. Okay. I'm going to make a pocket for the front, and I thought I would take you along with me. I just cut this to 6.5 by 4, and I'm going to score 1/2 inch on three sides. So turn it there, 1/2 inch back to 3.5, and again at 6. Okay, scoreboard can go away. Oh, look at my scrawling. This was for something else. I'll never be seen on the inside, right? So I love being able to use scraps. So trim out your corners. Let's just burnish that down really well on the sides. And the bottom. And let's just see how it fits in the book. Actually, let's just test it on this, because this is what's going to be for the front inside. So it'll go like that. This will go like this. Okay, I'm liking it. Okay, so I'm going to mat this in burgundy, and then I have this green scrap that I'm going to cut to fit. Again, her favorite color is green, so yay. Messy desk continues, but I want to show you what I did. I just tied a piece of baker's twine, and it's going under the flap. Might should glue it to the, it's not going to matter. It's down low enough where it shouldn't impede with the pocket. I'll tie that better, but I think it just adds a little something. So I'm just going to glue that right onto this piece, which is not onto that piece yet. But this is the finished, all in the finished, the details are what makes it all. So, and it's not hard to do. It's just a matter of thinking it up and taking the time. And I've got a lot of time today because my husband's playing golf. And he says with these slowest players there, and it will probably be 7 o'clock before he gets home. So I'm just going to center that up and push it down. And now that that's down, I can untie that and tie it later better. Just wanted to get an idea how much ribbon I would need. Okay, now let's put it on here and we'll put the whole thing in the book. I wanted a video making all the flaps and things that I did for the book, but my girls were here and it got crazy, and so I hope you did not mind just the little walkthrough that I did. It just was much easier on me than trying to edit a bunch of really bad video. Okay, so I like working out of the book. I really do. Okay, so sweet pocket for the inside front cover. I'm going to cut this one, seems a little bit long. And we'll just tie a little bow kind of off to the corner. Okay, let's put things in the book. This will get the waterfall, so we'll glue that down. This is our front pocket. The secret was tying a knot first. And then the bow came together very easy. I probably have to trim the tails a little bit. But it is all good, and it's fun, really fun working out little details like that. I was thinking it would have been very fun to tie jingle bells onto the end. Why didn't I think of that? I don't know. But it's already in here, so we're just going to go with it. All right, excuse my head. It's probably in there, but I want to make sure I get that straight and down. And then all that'll be left is putting down the back. Of course, we have to build the waterfall. We'll also do that off of the paper and separately. I kind of like it going up there. Add some interest. Okay, so I'm going to trim. Oh, like that worked. I need sharp scissors. I really do. There. Okay, I like that. Adds a little interest. And next is to glue this down. Okay. Yeah, they are glued together. Okay. One step at a time in a series of many steps. I'm shaking the table. I see it, and I'm sorry. Okay, to the outside edge first. Just lay it down. I love it. I love every project. I love paper. Okay. All that's really left to do is put in those pages. Well, we have to build the waterfall. A series. Let's put the pages in. Why not? They're ready. They're going to be cute. Okay, so let's start with score tape. I'm going to turn it, face me, and put the pin in my glue. All right. I do apologize for the messiness. This is what happens when you near the end of a project. But I kind of thrive on mess. I don't know if any of you feel the same way, but I sure do. All right. I'm using much smaller tape than my hinge is. It's a good thing. You want your tape up at the top of the hinge, not all the way. It doesn't have to go all the way. I left about 1/8 of an inch. And just push it down. And where's my little... Okay, just burnish that down well. And it needs to go on both sides of the hinge. Okay. A lot of people do this step as they're building the hinge. I just seem to do it once it's in the book and I'm ready to go. But there's many ways to do all of these steps, so just choose what works for you. The most important thing is that you enjoy the process. Okay, and one more. Now you can, if you'd like to, trim your corners. I've done that plenty of times, but now I've gotten to make just overall the hinge shorter, so there's not really a problem with getting these pages on here. Always do a trial fit first. Find that middle. See how easy it goes over? Yeah. And I'm going to leave it. I'm not going all the way down to the base. Do you see? I'm going to leave it about right there. So, and see, we can move it back and forth on the hinge. That's why I like my hinge to be a little shorter. Okay? So, pokey tool. Peel back a little of the tape. Leave it so you can see your tail coming out. Find your middle. Start back here with getting it on, and this is where an inch high hinge helps you. Sometimes you feel like you're not on, you know, when you've got the shorter hinge, it's harder to feel it. So just sort of get it top to bottom square. When you feel good, just push it down. And pull your tape. Push it down. Okay. Reach back in here. Find that tape. Give it a pull and push down. Okay, next page. Same drill. Pull back a corner of the tape. Find your middle. And put it on. Okay, find that tape. It is way up in there because it's high up on that inch hinge, but probably should have used wider, you know, took a little bit wider score tape, but it's okay. I usually use this with a less inch hinge and it holds the page, so I think it's all right. And then our last page. Well, you got to make sure you get these all right. You wouldn't want to put 25 on the front. This is our countdown to Christmas. Okay, peel back the tape. Slide it on there. This page is very thin because I only did the one flap, and therefore very easy. All right, push it down, reach in the back, pull that tape, and pull it out. Okay, there is our book. We still have to build a waterfall. That'll be tomorrow. I think I need to give it up and go to the grocery store. But let's tie a bow and see how that will look. And we still need to find something for the front. But I think this will tie pretty nicely and add some interest. And who doesn't like gold at Christmas time? It goes beautifully with the green. All right. So always make them bigger, and then you can always make them smaller. Is what I've found works. Okay, I like that. I'll probably trim those. I'm going to leave them for now until I completely finish. But for now, that's where we are. I'm going to work on uploading this video, and then I will put the waterfall on and a walkthrough in the next day or two.